Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to show you my replacement strap system for the Gerber Strongarm sheath. Often these knives are found used online, but they're missing either the straps in their entirety or they just have bits and pieces left of the original system that comes with it. So I thought I'd just throw my hat in the ring and see what I could come up with, and I found some, I've come up with something that works, I think, reasonably well. There's so much MOLLE military surplus stuff in the market at the moment that it behooves you to probably have something that's MOLLE compatible, which this is, as well the original system is as well, but I think this kind of simplifies things and is much more streamlined and user-friendly than the other one. So hopefully I can get this into shot. What we have to do first, you'll see there's a D-ring on here. Now this D-ring compensates as a strap channel. You'll see how that works later. So this is very much similar to the original strap, in the initial stages of things, but it does change after a few moments. So you want to put the strap. There is a bit of fiddliness, and just excuse me folks, these are older fingers doing this job. Some of the younger folk are probably ripped through this in no time at all. Just give the old fingers a bit of time. Anyway, so you now have that on. As you can see, you've got the strap channels here. This one now acts as another one. With it being a D-ring, there's a lot of movement on it, so it gives you a little bit of play on, if you have to, if some MOLLE isn't quite lined up or whatever, so that definitely is not a problem. Alright, so let's see if we can get this here. So as usual, for those of you not familiar with MOLLE, MOLLE is a threading system. So we go under the first MOLLE strap. Alright. Now, with there being no immediate attachment point for the strap, we're going to miss, because normally now this would go back to the strap on the sheath or piece of equipment, so we're going to just skip one. You'll see that press stud that's down there will come into play. Right, so at this point we go back to the sheath, we go through this D-ring. Okay. Now, this strap being put in cannot be put in with a knife, because you need to be able to scrunch this up to be able to pull enough strap free to complete the threading. If you've got the knife in, then you can't. You need to be able to scrunch up the fabric of whatever you're threading through. All right. So we've gone to the sheath, back through the MOLLE. Okay, now we start our first little trip into the sheath. Now folks, if you are going to buy my system or try something of this yourself, for whatever reason, this top guide is the gap in it here is a lot smaller than the other two. So when you're trying to get a strap through, it's too small. So this, you actually have to widen this, and I use an emery board that you'd get at any nail place, and I just kept working it until it was wide enough to fit this strap through easy. This is the only modification you're going to have to make to the sheath to use my system. I've seen folk doing advocating that you saw these things off, take them off, and there's a lot of different things going on, but do not do that. If you take these guides off, basically the MOLLE system is lost to you. So just think twice about doing that. Alright, so let's get this through here. As I say, sorry, these are older fingers doing the work here. Alright, so we're back to the sheath. Go back to the MOLLE. Okay, so once again here you need to be scrunching this up so you can pull the extra strap through. Right, through the sheath, back through the molly for the final time, and then back to the sheath. Now you folk who are probably ex-military or use molly a lot are familiar with this little tab end lock, and you know how strong these are. You don't have to worry about this pulling through. You could probably put it through if you exerted a tremendous amount of pressure on it, pulling straight on it, but under any normal circumstances, this is not going to pull through. You can run, roll, do everything normal. This is not going to break free. You'd really have to make a concerted effort to pull this back through. All right, so that's there. Now, what you need to do is just carefully straighten everything out, lay it all nice and flat. All right. Now, you will see here that I have another snap which has been doing nothing. This is the second point of contact. This is where the sheath closes itself up. All right. Now, also when you're putting a sheath on, you cannot have this in place, because this needs to be free to scrunch up. If you've got this press stud closed, you can't pull enough slack to get the strap through. Right, so this is all locked up, nice and tight. Time for the knife. The retainer strap for the sheath has a nice bit of extra thumb on it. It's a covered press stud, it doesn't stick out. It's also hollow, so you can, if you want, you can just put your finger in there to hook this thing open. And you can see that there's as much movement as can be expected, but this thing is not going off. This is pretty much now bulletproof. The vest and this are now one. All right, and look how sleek that is. There's nothing sticking out. There's just, I'll explain what goes on up there in a minute, but this is all. Look at that. It might seem a little bit fiddly, but I say once again that was just my old man hands. But look how sleek that is. And so you can carry this. You can carry this upside down if that's your thing, or for shoulder strap, whatever. But this is not going anywhere. All right, now. Those of you with battle belts, there's different types of molly accommodations on battle belts. You get like this one that just has the two little straps on. Put this in place. As you can see, my system works fine on this. Alright, sitting nice and comfortably. The thing is too, when you're running short on a belt and you've only got, like say, two molly connections, you just run it as normal. Whatever is left of the strap, you just run down through the guides, off you go, no problem. There's always going to be a little bit of wiggle on these because there's not much bite on these battle belts, the loops. There's nothing to them, but you know, that's not much. Okay. What else? There's one of those. So you can run a regular belt through here as well. Hang on, let me just open this. If this was off and you wanted to just run a regular belt through here, you just take the snap aperture and then you can just run a normal belt through there. The gap that you would have here for between, say, the D-ring and the top of the like retainer strap here, you've got about 3 inches there, so that's more than enough to accommodate most service belts. And right. Okay, so for those of you who are interested in droppers, I'm just using this way for way of demonstration, but there is a gap here in the top of the sheath where you can put something through, and then up onto your dropper device. Okay. Yeah, so folks, I think that's pretty much my introduction into what I have come up with for the Gerbers. These are available at my Etsy store. My Etsy name there is Tallman Outdoors Kit. I will put a link into the video. These are available in black and tan. Folks, these are all entirely handmade items, and they are not going to be cheap. But when I say not going to be cheap, with selling on any place like Etsy, and that you have to take into consideration what it costs us to put stuff up there, the percentage they take, and then I still have to cover all my overheads of shipping stuff, you know, just the raw materials, the time making it. So, you know, if you're going to go to my shop and look at the price and sort of go, oh my God, just please, you know, consider that we are not working for free, and we have to pay for everything. Every corner we go around, somebody wants a nibble from the money we've made. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching.